Hi, I'm Cassi Niemann. I'm a UK Row 2 Master Rowing Instructor, and today we're gonna do about a 26-minute workout. So we are gonna start with a longer piece and end with a shorter piece. We're going to increase in intensity and speed as we go. You can take it at the level that feels good to you. You can ride with me. Make it your workout, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with 8 minutes, and then we're gonna take a 2-minute rest. During that time, we'll paddle, get a sip of water, so forth. Then we're gonna go to 6 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 2 minutes. We're gonna start at somewhere around an 18 to a 20 stroke rate, and then we'll take it up for the 6 minutes, 20 to 22. We'll take it up for the 4 minutes to 20 to 24, and then for that last 2 minutes, 24 to 26. You can kind of fit around those stroke rates, or you can fit right inside them with me. So we're gonna set our monitors for the whole workout. If you do not have a Concept 2 or you don't wanna set your monitor, no worries. Just row along with me. I will make sure you stay at the right time, at the right pace. But if you do, you're gonna go to select workout and then new workout, intervals, and intervals variable. And we're gonna go to time, and we're gonna set that first one to 8 minutes. And then you're gonna set the rest time to 2 minutes, and the rest time will always be 2 minutes between these pieces. Then when you're done with that one, you hit the check mark, and then we go back to time again, and then we make it 6, and this rest time stays the same, so we hit the check mark, and then we hit time again, we make it 4, check mark, time, 2 minutes, check mark. And then no more intervals, and then we're good to go. I like to set my monitor with the display showing 6 lines of information, and the units is on time/500 meters. So we're gonna be looking at our split pace. Now, we're gonna warm up inside that 8-minute piece because we're kind of treating it a little bit like a steady state introduction, that first 8 minutes. So we have lots of time to warm up. So if you wanna do anything else before we kind of dive into it, you're more than welcome, but we will warm up sufficiently inside that 8 minutes before we start cranking it up into the later pieces. All right, so sitting ready at the catch, ready to row and row. We're just gonna build into a nice full stroke here. Nice and slow and comfortable. We're looking for a conversational pace here. So something where you feel like you can talk through it. Excellent. So, as we get started in this piece, we are just looking for nice full stroke, thinking arms and body, swing right out of that finish, then bending the knees. So taking the time in this first piece, one, not only to just warm up and feel yourself kind of get into the swing of things, but also using that slower stroke rate to focus in on some technique that we can apply later when we pick up the speed and the intensity. So I'm sitting right now at about an 18. Excellent. So you can just follow along with me. Settling in. Trying to match my stroke. Enjoying the experience of wherever you are right now. I am in front of my sandias. While I can see the sandias, the real ones, right outside my garage door. The door's open for a few more days before the heat really seeps in, because it gets hot here in Albuquerque. The top of that mountain is 10,000 feet, but right now we're sitting probably a little over 5,000. So we're just really close to the sun. It think it's hot. And it's the desert. And there's no water. So this is the only rowing I get to do. It's enough. All right. Still holding somewhere in between that 18 to a 20. Kind of creeping up to a 19. Coming up on that 5-minute mark. Thinking about a nice light grip on the handle. Conversational pace means you can talk. So you should be able to breathe through the stroke. You don't have to really focus on a repeatable specific breath. You can, that's totally fine. Find your zone. But if you can talk, you're kind of breathing as you go versus at the catch and the finish. And so we should be pretty settled into our pace by this halfway point right here at about the 4-minute mark. So on the concept 2, you should be able to see your average split. And hopefully that pretty much matches where you are right now. And again, remember we're using this nice consistent pace, more than a warm-up, not high intensity, not challenging. Nice comfortable pace. We're using it as a warm-up so we can build on it in the next pieces. You should feel like you can get to those far ranges of motion into the catch with that compression, swinging through into the finish. So you have room for the hands to come in and out, not cutting it off. Getting a little engagement of the abs in that swing back. About 2.5 minutes to go. And then, like I said, we're gonna take a 2-minute paddle break before we go into 6 minutes, where we're gonna take the stroke rate up a little bit, which will likely also take our intensity up. We can plan on the 2 together. Sitting right at a 19. Means we've got about less than 40 strokes. But we're gonna maintain right where we are right now. So kind of feel what this intensity feels like, right? Really focus in on the amount of push through the legs you're getting, the amount of breath you're taking, hanging your body weight, how quick is your catch. And we're gonna take that up just a little bit on this next piece. All right, 45 seconds to go. Swinging out of the finish. Let the hands lead. Sitting right here at a 20. Kind of cranked it up just a little into that last minute. Really cranking it up. 18 to 20. All right, last few strokes. And then we'll paddle. That's 3, 2, 1. Easy. All right. Easy little paddle. Now, I want you to keep paddling while I hop up and turn on my lights, because I never did. And sometimes that can help. Low with the view. And I want you to get the best show possible in my garage. I don't know, you tell me, does it make a difference? Well, all right. So, nice thing about the concept 2 is that that timer just keeps on going, even if you take a rest and a complete stop. So we've got 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. And if you did hop up, you can just adjust on the seat. Grab a sip of water for this last minute. Easy paddle. You can take a look at the average on your screen, or just remember kind of the pace you were holding in the last piece. We're gonna see if we can take it up just a little. Don't gotta go nuts. Talking anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds, even 1 second. We're just trying to see if we can get that average just a little lower on the next piece as we take the stroke rate up just a little bit. Because we still want to grow from there. This is 6 minutes coming up. Then we'll go to 4, then 2. So we're going to add in just a little bit of pressure here so we can kind of start off running, rowing. 3, 2, 1. All right, 6 minutes, we're gonna find a 20 to a 22. Right here at a 20. And if we have just a little control of that stroke rate, then what we can do is simply pick up the speed of our drive and increase the strokes per minute without doing a ton more work, and our intensity will go up. So we're gonna end up rowing more meters in this time. Each stroke gets more meters, and we're cranking up our capacity because we're gonna do more strokes per minute. Therefore, our heart rate will probably go up a little. Our breath will get a little faster. And we're gonna get a little more out of this. So for me, I took my pace down about 5 seconds. Nothing massive. And I'm holding about that 20 stroke rate. 20, 21. I can also feel it's a little harder to talk and breathe. But that's cool, because you're there with me. All right, we are coming up on that 4-minute mark, which in our last piece was the middle point. Meaning we got there faster. Shorter piece. It's the best kind of workout. The pieces should always get shorter. So I was talking about the elevation that I'm at right now. It's much higher than I've ever lived at, coming from the East Coast, which means I've always had my damper set on a 4, always. And it put me at about a 110, 115 drag factor. But here in Albuquerque, I've got it between the 4 and the 5, kind of almost on the 5. And my drag factor is only 100, which is what my drag factor is right now as I row with you. And to be honest, I like it that way. As I'm coaching through these workouts, it's the right amount of response for me to be able to talk and row at the pace I want to row. And that's really what it's all about, right? We want to craft this machine to fit our needs. It's ultimately scalable for you, where you are, and what you want to get out of it. But just something to consider as I row in front of these mountains. I can see the tippy top of the mountain right there. In real life, right there. It's cool. All right. You'll just have to come visit. We've got about 90 seconds of work right here. Holding on to that 20-21. Thinking about those long strokes that we set up in the first piece. Less than a minute. And like usual, I let it creep up. 21 and 22. Getting excited. My breath is getting a little more regulated. Big blowout at the finish. As we pick up the pace, I might even talk less. All right, last little bit here. Pay attention to where you are. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Easy paddle. All right. Use this first 30 seconds to get your breath back. And the heart rate can come down. If you have the Erg Data app and your phone hooked up, it can tell you that heart rate information right off your Apple Watch, which I love the seamlessness of it. All right, now if you want to get a sip, go ahead. All right, next piece, 4 minutes. We're gonna take it up again. We're gonna go 22 to 24 stroke rate. Which means, again, just a small increase on the drive. That's where we want to pick up the speed. That's where we want to think about increasing our intensity, increasing just the speed in which we're moving back and forth. We want to do it on the drive, not the recovery. All right. We've got about 20 seconds left of rest. Heart rates come back down. Got good breath. Ready to go. We've got 4 minutes and then 2 minutes. Let's add in some pressure right here. We've got 3, 2, 1, and we're on. We're gonna pick it up on the drive. There we go. All right, finding that 22 right here. Good. We are already past that halfway mark that we were on the first piece. Trying to settle into that pace. Still thinking about the hands leading the body out of the finish. Excellent. Trying to breathe with the stroke. You can breathe out at the finish and the catch. Holding right here, 22 to 23 stroke rate. All right, looking good. As we approach that halfway mark, let's take a peek at our split. Making sure it's where we want it to be. We still got time to adjust that average. All right, halfway mark is here. And this is the length of the last piece. Shoulders stay down. Relax those fingers. Honestly, these are things I tell myself. I just get to say it out loud. Focusing on those hands staying up on a straight line into the catch. As we hold this 23. All right, last minute. 23 strokes. Nice. Stay with me here. "30 seconds, you got this." Pieces just get shorter. All the way through that 0. Three, 2, 1. Breathe in this first 30 seconds. Try and take it all the way to that minute 30 to go before you grab a sip. I almost did. Okay. Once we get through 30 seconds, then we can grab a sip. You can grab it whenever you want. But I like to give myself that first 30 seconds to really get my breath and just try and move through a full stroke when I'm really fatigued. And you might see me moving my hands around, just trying to keep my grip loose. Stay off the calluses I get from deadlifts. My hands have been through it this week. All right, we have one more piece. It is 2 minutes long. We're gonna go up to a 24 to 26 stroke rate. And this is it. After the fact, we're gonna paddle a little bit. But there's no more real work that will come after. So this is an opportunity to kind of see if we can bring that split down even more than the average showing on our screen right now. But maintain. No reason to take the stroke rate way up here. Find that control. Just a teeny crank of the knob can get at us a whole lot. All right, so let's add that pressure. Right here, getting ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're on. 2 minutes to go. Pick it up on the drive. There. Right here, 24. Now, the drive definitely gets faster, and so does the recovery. But focus on the drive. The recovery will take care of itself. The speed in which your hands come in is the speed that they come out. And then we can slow and drive. So find that ratio of a quick drive, slower recovery. Nice. Find a quick catch. Push. Hang with those hands. All right. 1 minute to go. About 25 strokes. Sitting at a 25. Breathe. Come on. Let's go through this together. Cross that line. 30 seconds right here. Through the 0. Stay in it. 3, 2, 1. Paddle. All right. Heart rate. Woo! Cranked up. Get that breath. Shoulders down. Big chest. Swing of the hips. Get that air in. Take it past that 30-second mark. Great. Now we can really take it all the way through this paddle, all the way to that 0. Or when you feel ready, you can go ahead and put your handle up. And you can keep on going long past that 2 minutes. That's totally fine. But we're gonna go ahead and put the handle on the hook when you're ready. And remember, you can always look in the memory and see how that whole workout went, if you did in fact increase intensity over the course of those pieces, and hold an average stroke rate in the zone where we wanted it. This is a workout you can always come back and try again. See if you can take it up just a little bit from where you were. Maybe you went out too hard and it was too hard to kind of build from there. So next time, try it differently. Anyways, we'll see you there.